got to plug in the power pack.
Oh, by the way, Pastor Thompson. Mama told me to give you this.
Okay, Apostle.
You want?
Yep.
All right. All righty then. You know what? Let me get your quote from the truck.
Okay. Oh.
We're out here once again. I'm on here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good to go.
We're out here once again giving all praise to How about Shema Shah, about Shema We're going to get right into it. Last week we tried to go into Isaiah chapter 13. We're going to try to go into some breakdowns.
I don't know what that's going to
See what that Spirit takes us.
This is different.
So as soon as Apostle Mark is set up,
Got it? Oh, there you go.
we're going to go into Isaiah chapter 13.
It's like a puzzle part.
Yeah, if y'all been hearing, this is breaking news. The NATO accepted Ukraine to be a part of NATO, but that's going to be after the war. But they're applying to join NATO, because if they join NATO right now, that's World War III. That's World War III. Point blank period. So we know that they're not going to officially be members of the NATO until because if somebody who said that, I forget who said that. Somebody said, are they going to be members? But after the war, because as soon as they become members, they're going to have to go to war with Russia, because Ukraine being a NATO nation, any one nation you attack all of them. So that's Third World War. So we know that's not going to happen. And let's say it does happen. If it does happen, it will be a ground war. It's not going to be a nuclear war. It's not going to be thermal. They're not going to hit the missiles. So the Most High is going to. He works on the minds of men to make things happen. Because how do we know that World War III is not going to take place? How do we know that Armageddon is not going to take place as of yet? Because a major prophecy has to come to pass, which is the Karagma, the so-called mark of the beast, the MOTB, whatever you want to call it, which all the other camps don't teach it, except for a few. Sakari teaches it, and I believe that's it. So they teach what we teach as far as the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is not sin. The mark of the beast is a sin because you're missing the mark. So when you got, ISUPK, IUIC, many other groups that they come against what we're saying as far as the mark of the beast is concerned, they're going to have a lot of explaining to do when they actually set up those chipping stations, because they are going to set up those chipping stations. Now, if they don't do it in the missiles coming in the kingdom, you can tell me, Sitar, you was wrong, then I'll bow my head down. And shame and everlasting contempt. But I know through the Spirit what we're talking about through the Spirit. And I've been teaching this, and I knew about this since the mid to late 70s. I was always into the scriptures. Right. And I was always into the prophetic parts of the scriptures. They got to know them prophecies, sis. Got to know them prophecies. But you shook their heads. I said prophecies.
Oh, yeah. It's a woman.
So let me know when you set up.
Yeah, I got the bottle ready.
So let's go to Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1. We're going to try to have discipline. Well, it's the Spirit anyway. The Spirit leads us like the wind.
Right.
Now look at this. You got two Edomite happy people.
Oh, yeah.
Jake baby.
Jake baby.
Now you'll never see that. You'll never see two Jake men with an Edomite baby. So you're going to tell me that this is not a racist? So that baby's going to grow up all fucked up.
Yep. Okay, starting at the first verse.
Go ahead. That's another reason why this place got to go.
Right.
And the Most High's not dealing with you Edomites. Because you're the main ones that's into this bullshit, man. That's why you got to be taken out. The Lord said you're supposed to be put to death.
Yeah, the scriptures call you the anointed cherub that covered. You know, the Heavenly Father chose you basically to be the destroyer of the planet Earth. That's the Edomites. Beginning with the top banking families, going our way down here. We're listening to this guy, Jordan Maxwell, also Anthony Hilda. They were talking about what? The top hidden elite. And that's pursuant to Psalms, the 64th chapter, where the Lord said, we'll put the spirit on these devils, because they were insiders too. They passed away, but they were insiders. And they were coming out revealing about the secret wicked, you know, the top elite. So this is why in the scripture it says we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. That's one of the reasons why we're not ignorant. Because
yeah, that's how we know the chip. We know that the MOTB, the mark of the beast, is the microchip, because we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, like certain people that we know.
Exactly.
Top of the list is Bishop, well, let me say it right before you get mad.
What's his name?
General Nathaniel, that's in the Paleo Hebrew.
That's his name this week. I'm sure next week it'll be a different title.
Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America. Isaiah 13:1, it says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
You know what? Read it in the NLT, okay?
Okay. Okay, okay, here we go. This is the book of Isaiah.
I gotta get a charger cord for this phone. A USB cord.
I got the charger.
to charge it.
I need the
just in
cord.
case.
So
We're good now, but just in case that
you got one in your...
I gotta go to like here over here to get one or something.
Okay, don't you got a charger?
I got the
You
charger.
got a charger, but the cord.
The cord.
I
What
thought
happened to the cord? You lost it?
No, I got the cord. But the whole thing that got the ring.
Oh, hey, well, you think you can
Let's
find
see.
one around here?
yeah.
Let's see.
Normally they have one like places
I
like
made
that.
sure I checked it out.
So go. Yeah, check it with him.
Yeah,
So
I
go
know.
get it right now, man.
All right, I'll go over. Yeah, I thought.
You talking about the C type?
Yeah,
Yeah, the cord
yeah.
With the C type.
from that to
Put it on
the
the C type.
Yeah.
The C type. Yeah. I got a bunch of them.
So do I. I got.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah. NLT version. Isaiah 13:1. It says, Isaiah son of Amos received this message concerning the destruction of Babylon. That's the first verse.
Right, so you got these scholars that don't even know where Babylon is. They'll say it's Jerusalem, or they'll say it's ancient Babylon. So they don't know. So these scholars don't know this truth, right? Pursuant to Daniel 12 verse 10. They don't know this truth, right? The only ones that know this truth are the ones, are the elect of Israel. You got to be an Israelite, number one, and you got to be a elect, one of the elect of Israel.
Yeah, the apostles.
And or prophet, apostle. So we don't argue and we don't debate anybody, because we know we got the truth. What the hell we gonna debate about something? We said we don't gotta debate you, man. Either you accept it or you don't accept it, man. Because you ain't gonna turn us around, because you don't know what you're talking. You don't know the scriptures, man.
Yeah, like Apostle, like the scripture say, tell them whether they will hear or forbid. There's no debate.
Where does it say the debate? It doesn't say that.
You got the second verse, NLT, right?
NLT.
It says, raise a signal flag on a bare hilltop. Call up an army against Babylon. Wave your hand to encourage them as they march into the palaces of the high and mighty. Third verse. It says, I, the Lord, have dedicated these soldiers for this task.
Okay, now, I, the Lord, have dedicated these soldiers for this task. What soldiers is it talking about? It's not talking about the American military. It's not talking about the Russians. It's not talking about the Chinese. It's talking about the missiles. He refers to them as soldiers, but they're missiles. Go from there and give me Joel 2:1. So we're going into prophecy. We're most high willing, we're going to try to go into a lot of these prophetic breakdowns. Try to get most of them, if not all of them. Because you got guys that they'll pull out a verse over here and a precept over there. And if somebody says, well, what does the precept say under that? And they get lost. So sometimes you got to learn the whole chapter.
Joel 2:1. It says,
You haven't been putting out cilantro in your smoothies? Yes. When you put cilantro in there, you don't need the glasses.
Yeah, Joel 2:1.
I know that for a fact.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm.
Are you in NLT or
I was like,
are you in NLT?
nope.
Okay, read in the King James. But don't read it in NLT. Let's
Okay.
read in NLT. Thanks to Vocab Malone. See, that's all you guys do is read at it. The King James version. Why don't you go and read it? So thanks to you and reading out of that. And sometimes it's more. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It explains itself even more deeper.
Yep.
Come on.
Joel 2:1. Sound the alarm in Jerusalem. Raise the battle cry on my holy mountain.
So who's the one to sound the alarm in Jerusalem? The prophets, the watchmen. That's in Isaiah 62. Come on.
It says, raise the battle cry on my holy mountain. Let everyone tremble in fear, because the day of the Lord is upon us. Okay. Second verse. It says, it is a day of darkness.
Now the day of the Lord is also known as the time of Jacob's trouble. And there's also going to be a time of Esau's trouble, because they're going to be in trouble too. Come on, let's go.
A day of darkness and gloominess.
And what's going to make everything dark? Those missiles that's going to block out the sky, because it's going to happen in broad daylight. When the sun is up in the sky, you know?
A day of darkness and gloominess. So that stays in the truck.
God, yep.
A day of darkness and gloominess. A day of clouds and thick darkness. Like the morning clouds spread over the mountains.
Right, like the morning clouds spread over the mountains. If there's no cloud, you can see the mountains, and you can see the sun, and you can see the detail of the mountains, right? If there's a cloud, you can't see the mountains that good. So a photographer, you want to take a picture of the mountain, he doesn't take it on a cloudy day. He takes it when the scene is perfect. When the sun is up, there's not a cloud in the sky. You get those perfect pictures. So what's gonna darken everything? What's gonna darken this mountain? And this mountain is America. What's gonna darken this cloud? That's gonna darken this mountain? The missiles, which are the soldiers.
The fire from the chariots.
Fire from the chariots. Yep.
It says, a day of clouds and thick darkness, like the morning clouds spread over the mountains.
So the morning cloud spreading over the mountains is talking about those missiles coming over the mountain. That mountain is America. And it's only going to hit America. Now, other parts of the earth will be hit with things. There will be damage around the world. But America is the only place that's going to be utterly destroyed, and the land of Israel is going to be utterly destroyed. But the land of Israel is going to be built back up again.
Like the morning clouds spread over the mountains. A people come great and strong.
A people come great and strong. Now, High Priest Ariel used to teach that it was talking about Jacob, you know, running into Esau's houses. He was saying that those people are referring to Jacob. It's not referring to Jacob. It's referring to the missiles. It's referring to the missiles. So when you go back to Isaiah 13, in the NLT, it says soldiers, right? Those soldiers are missiles. So read that verse again.
It says, like the morning,
Whatever you want to add, go ahead.
like the morning clouds spread over the mountains.
Right, so he's giving you a picture. If you see mountains, beautiful mountains, and it's a sunny day, you see the clouds come, everything is dark. So that's what the missiles are going to do.
Zephaniah says the same thing. Zephaniah.
You want to get that? Get that.
Yeah. Get it right now?
Yeah, get it. Yeah.
Okay.
If you must.
Zephaniah, the first chapter, I'll just go right to the point.
And see, the people out here, they don't realize what's coming on them.
Nope.
Because they don't listen. They'll listen to us to be entertained.
Right.
They don't realize the things that we've been saying for years are getting ready to come to pass. They don't realize that there's going to be chipping stations all over the planet. Not all over America, but all over the planet. And ultimately, when that happens, enough people are chipped. When the missiles are going to come, I'm going to destroy this place called America. America is going to be inhabited. It's going to be destroyed. It's going to become a desert. It's going to become the forbidden zone in the original Planet of the Apes movie with Charles Heston.
Yep, I'll just read the...
Yeah, go ahead, Jim.
Zephaniah 1, 14 and 15. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. Zephaniah 1 and 15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
Read the second verse.
Second verse. Zephaniah 1 and 2. It says, I will utterly consume all things from off the land, saith the Lord. I will consume.
That man is talking about America. Okay, that's all we need.
Okay. So that was it. Zephaniah 1, 14 and 15. Back to Joel, the second chapter, the second verse, again, the NLT version. It says, it is a day of darkness and gloom, a day of thick clouds and deep blackness. Suddenly, like the dawn spreading across the mountains, a great and mighty army appears. Nothing like it has been seen before.
That great and mighty army are the missiles. And they're going to come in order. Come on.
Nothing like it has been seen before or will ever be seen again. Third verse in the NLT, it says, fire burns in front of them and flames follow after them.
Your fire burns in front of them and flames burn after them. What Joel is seeing is the missiles coming from one side of the earth to the other side of the earth. And he's looking at America being destroyed. All these major prophets saw the same vision, but in different ways.
Yep,
so he sees the delivery system, there's fire behind it, and then in front of it, the fire comes out of the nuclear warhead. That's the thing that's going to do the damage. That's in Revelation, the 9th chapter. Yep.
Joel 2 and 3 in the NLT version. Fire burns in front of them, and flames follow after them. Ahead of them, the land lies, as beautiful as the Garden of Eden. Behind them is nothing but desolation. Not one thing escapes.
But like I said, what Joel saw was the destruction, utter destruction of America. That's what he saw. He saw America. He looked down, in one part of the vision, he looked down, he saw this place with people walking around, buildings, light, children running around, pregnant women, animals. He saw buildings and all that. And then he saw this cloud come from one part of Earth to the other part of Earth, and he said he saw fire, and after the missile did its damage, everything was on fire. So he saw the United States of America utterly destroyed by fire.
And that's your lake of fire.
That's your lake of fire. It's not no damn place that you burn in hell. That's utterly stupid if you think of that.
Yeah. The fourth verse, it says, NLT version, they look like horses. They charge forward like war horses.
So wait a minute. Are they actually horses? No. Are they men on horses? No. When you have battle horses, right? They march or they run in a certain formation. They're trained to run in a certain formation. So these missiles are going to fly in a certain formation. And not one of them is going to be a dud, not one of them is going to be shot down. It tells you, one of the Jeremiah 50 or 51, it tells you something about it's not going to be in vain. Not one shall be in vain, or something to that effect. Can't get the wording in my mind.
None shall break their ranks.
None shall break their ranks. It's in that in the King James. Okay. So go ahead, keep on reading.
Fifth verse. Look at them as they leap along the mountaintops.
So in the King James, it says pretty much the same thing. It says they jump on the mountains. Look at them as they leap upon the mountaintops. What is a mountain in the scriptures? The mountain represents a government. So it's going to come from one government, Russia, to another government, the United States of America and Israel. That's what it's talking about. So the leaping part is the ICBM. In fact, the ICBM is the acronym for Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. Intercontinental means what? It goes from one continent to another continent.
That's why the missile's so huge.
That's why the missile's so huge. And you know they never tested them. They never tested an actual ICBM missile. They never did that. Because you would have to, in order to test it, you would have to shoot it to another nation. So what nation are you going to shoot it to? Right. What nation is going to allow it? Right. So it's not even tested. So you can't imagine the devastating power of these missiles. It said you cannot, this is something that you cannot compare to any time in history. All the disasters that took place in history. And you had a thing called Mount Vesuvius erupting in Pompeii in 79 AD. And that was a terrible death to the people of Pompeii. They even made a movie out of it, man. But they said that scripture saying this thing that's going to happen is going to be far worse than the Mount Vesuvius erupting. Come on.
It says, look at them as they leap along the mountaintop.
So he saw America. He saw Russia. He saw missiles flying in the air. And the arcing, it said leap. When you leap, you go up to a certain height, then you come down. So that's how the missiles are going to come. They're going to go up to a certain height, altitude, then they're going to come down in an arcing fashion.
Yeah, that's that prophecy, the windows are high.
Yep, that's it.
Because the missiles got to
but that's in that too.
Oh, okay.
That's in that too. Yep.
Yeah, the missiles, they got to, because you got to figure, right?
The windows represent the firmament.
Yeah, because you got to figure how the hell can an ICBM missile would only take them less than a half an hour to reach America. They got to go out into the atmosphere and come back down on America.
So the sun is going to come down upon
Idumea.
It's going to come down upon Idumea, meaning what goes up. What's on that song? What goes up must come down.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Blood, sweat, and tears, right?
Yep.
So the missiles go up to a certain altitude, right? Then it comes back down. That's why it says, and comes down upon Idumea, Isaiah 34.
Maximum power. Matter of fact, I do believe y'all can research